Had some good runs, some bad runs, and some runs where we honestly had no idea, just to be straight up with you, what we were doing at all. I think the time has come to try to get anything but Mom's Heart unlocked. No, you know what? Screw this. New Tainted character just dropped. Okay. Everyone says Tinted Cain is a lot of fun. So let's do it. Tinted Cain, baby. Can of bub and I'll be alright. Alright, Tinted Cain. Take these Tinted Cains and learn to play again. Learn to play the game. You know, who sings that song? Broken Wings. That's like an all-time one-hit wonder, right? This is normal Cain? Yeah, because I don't have Tinted Cain unlocked. Sweaty. Mister. That's, I was gonna say Culture Club. I knew it had some form of alliteration. I didn't mean it was just a straight up copy. When will YouTube catch up to this stuff? There's a little bit of a backlog right now, but I'm publishing like minimum 2.5, oftentimes 3 hours of Isaac daily. So it should only be like maybe 3 days or something like that. Like there's a lot of Isaac coming down the pipeline. No question there. Yo, you know, Kate was telling me yesterday, we talked about how like the YouTube algorithm sometimes blesses a video so far after its release. Like it happened with Kukiyomi, and then chat was like, hey, is your not backstabber, leg breaker video? Is your leg breaker video doing well? It's been recommended to me a lot. And then we found out that like, you know, it's got plus 80,000 views in like the last week, which is insane. Kate was showing me like her YouTube recommended. It was like 30 of my videos. I have no idea what caused me to be positive in the YouTube algorithm lately, but I mean, and obviously she's getting more because she probably watches my stuff to begin with, but I don't know what happened, man. YouTube likes you lately. You know what it is that every time they change the algorithm, there's a chance that it hits on the one metric that I crush everybody on. And I know how that sounds egotistical, but like, it's not that my content is better or worse or particularly juicy or whatever. It's that the watch time, anytime I've ever talked to someone about YouTube analytics, the average watch time of the channel is just absurd. And the reason it's absurd is because the videos are too long. And for years, that's been an extreme negative. Yeah, we should be using the active, you're not wrong. But if they make watch time, every time they move watch time up in the like importance factor, it benefits me. Now who's laughing? Now who's laughing? Okay, we're out of here. Never got the Tinted Rock. Don't want to go alt path. Don't want to go alt path. Because hold on. I'm running through my brain. All the things they say, running through my brain, running through my brain. Drop the trinket in here. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. And then just go straight down. Yeah. NL, have you seen the abomination that is Coca-Cola and coffee? I'll do you one better. Have you seen the abomination that's Sunny D and rum? Yum, yum. Think I'll go and get me some? Ooh, Sunny D and rum. Yum, yum. I'm kind of into the Coca-Cola coffee. I don't want to get, like, you know, too review bra about it, but, sure, why not? I'm not scared. I kind of, like, the bitterness of the coffee is cut by the sweetness of the Coca-Cola. Like, I kind of like it. It tastes like pepperoni? I don't know about that. I don't know about all that pepperoni slander. What about coffee beers? I'm for them. I'm for them. too bit. It is a double dose of bitterness, but like, I'm not gonna be like insane. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that bitterness is my favorite flavor. But I guess it's not, you know what I mean. My favorite taste, spectrum of flavor. But I like bitterness. I like a stout or an IPA. I like coffee, medicine, paint, all that stuff, dude. All that stuff. Black licorice, poison, all the stuff in that kind of in that grouping. Want a swig? Have you been drinking pain again? I can't make this happen, but how sick would it be if I went no and then I stuck out my tongue and it was like beige? That would be an amazing commitment to a bit. I wish I had, in the bathroom, I wish I had rehearsed this and gotten it, you know, so we could do it. The final bit. Oh, there was probably... Yeah, that was not worth it. The forbidden bit. Show your toe? No, because Chad's just going to tell me to go to the hospital, and I don't want to get COVID. I don't know why everyone's like, oh, go to the hospital and get COVID, just so they can tell you, yeah, your toe's broken, dummy. Send it. Just get vaccinated? I'm freaking trying, okay? Okay, I gotta be honest, it's a little spicy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then we will go to the shop. I'm stoked though. I mentioned it yesterday. My parents finally. I don't. Why am I wording this like it's the start of a stand-up routine? You know, my parents got vaccinated yesterday, and then the audience goes like, "Woo! Thank you, thank you." And now I gotta tell you, their internet reception is off the charts. 4 bars everywhere. Ha 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 ha. But seriously though. We're moving on. Ooh. I can't wait to rub it in though, man. They got that AstraZeneca. In 6 months, when the Johnson & Johnsons get released for 30-somethings, I'm gonna be flexing. I'm gonna be flexing. My dealer's gonna give me some of that good stuff. Hey, yo, man, what kind of vaccine strain you looking for? I'm looking for like a heady high. I know. Look, I would choose whatever they wanted to give me. But if I had a choice, I don't know. Probably the Johnson & Johnson one, because it's only 1 dose, right? All other things being equal, I'd rather be a 1-dose Marty. I mean, why would you know? You'd rather only have to get the jab 1 time than 2 times, I guess. Vaccine manufacturer tier list when? I'm telling you. So like, I know I've talked about this a couple of times on various like, you know, platforms or whatever, but I come mighty close to like, you know, tweeting Pfizer, Moderna, etc., and just saying something like, "Hey, release the recipe 2021 challenge." I don't know, like I'm worried that they would actually have some connections at Twitter and be like, you know, 24-hour ban permanent, but plus it cheeses me off because I'm a Pfizer shareholder. Like, shouldn't I get early access to the vaccine? It'll bring it up at the next annual general meeting. You're a Class B shareholder? I don't know if... Wait, that's probably true. I didn't know they had preferred shares. My mistake. What a way to go, though. Yeah, exactly. It's pronounced Pfizer. Nope. Not true. Nice try. Next. That might work on some streamers, but not on me. All right. 6 cards. This is not how you want to use Diplopia, okay? Here's how you want to use Diplopia. You buy it. It's actually pronounced P-Fister. Come on, chat. I need some better jokes to steal. Just a lot of people talking about medicine right now for some reason. Can't imagine why. That was me. I'm sorry. I have a sad story, by the way. If you've been following the air fryer sequence, you know it's a bad story because, like, normally I talk about the air fryer stuff right away. But, boy, look at this. Now we're rolling. Look at that range upgrade. And the shot speed, baby. I was talking about how we had this shrimp pesto pizza to cook from HelloFresh. So I was gonna cook it in the air fryer. I was so excited to have air fryer pizza. But then, like, the flatbread they gave us was at least 3 times larger than the size of the air fryer basket. So I had to cook that stuff in the oven like a peasant. Sad. So I had to cook it in a big iron cauldron over a fledgling open flame. I was like, I felt like I was alive in, like, the Victorian era. I was using, like, a potbelly stove. Everybody from the town came and brought the vegetable that they grew at their hometown farm, and they all threw it in. And then I was like, I just threw in, like, a little rock. And then they said, what do we call it? And I was like, stone soup. And they were like, it's good. I was like, I know. It's pretty sick. Basically, I owned them. Sea salt is popping off on YouTube? Really? Dude, hold on. Kay was telling me the basement collection's popping off on YouTube. Hold on, okay. This, again, is one of my favorite segments. Analytics Deep Dive. Because I don't watch my own YouTube videos, so I never know what gets recommended to people. Sea salt. Pikmin meets HP Lovecraft. Sea Salt. Northern Lion Tries. February 6, 2020. Okay. You're not wrong. It's not popping off. But it did get a little uptick, okay? Like, okay. April 10th, 2020. 82,000 views. March 14th, 2021. 84,000 views. So we got 2,000 views in a year, but now 91,000 views. So we got 7,000 views in a week after getting 2,000 views in a year. That's cool. Kate told me the basement collection was pogging as well. The basement collection video is so old, it doesn't even have, like, the analytics built in. It's from 2012. I opened up the analytics, it's all just triangles. It's like, caution, caution, this might not be, like, accurate. Okay, fair enough. All right. I don't know, man. Like, all those... It's funny. All those Northern Lion tries that I made last year for this exact purpose are actually paying off, but, like, a year later than I thought that they would. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I'm going to check one more. I apologize if you're watching this on YouTube, but this is dynamic Twitch content. And what? There's not enough Isaac for you? Kate told me that episode 1 of The Escapist 2 with Mathis, like, was getting recommended like crazy. The Escapist 2. Show all. This is from like 2017. It says 155,000 views. Again, it's so old. No, all time. Since uploaded, lifetime. The analytics are just busted. Data is incorrect. I don't want to see current views. I want to see it's over since published. Anyway, Gungeon episode 90 shows up for me. Split or Steal gets recommended. Okay, let's Split or Steal. Let's check. That one's gone through some phases. I would say yes. Starting around 2 weeks ago, Split or Steal seems to have gotten a nice algorithmic boost. How about that? Anyway, let's get back to some Isaac. I appreciate the heads up, because, like, I have no idea. Like, again, I never see this stuff. The only time I really, like, notice how well or poorly I'm doing on YouTube, and this is honest, but, like, is when I get paid. And, like, there's some months where I'm like, well, I don't know why that number is high. And then there's some months where I'm like, what the heck? I've been busting my butt. And it's like, why is the number so low? Yera? Onsus? It's a weird business. Yera. On the wall. Who's the baddest of them all? Yera the Yera? No. No. Please, I'm begging you, stop saying effing steak, baby. Again, it's well within your rights, but it plays out in my head every time. Yes, sir. Stop it! Stop it, okay? We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. We don't do that anymore. Recently, your top 10 sexiest Isaac characters video got recommended to me. You must have me confused with Indie Mouse. I don't do bait like that. I don't do horny bait. I exclusively talk about boring things like the efficient market theory and the capital asset pricing model until my audience begs me to stop. It's a system I can't understand why, but it's just worked for me for as long as I can recall. And air fryers. Yes, sir. So I'm not taking blood rights, I'll tell you that much. So I'm not taking anything. Sorry, I forgot to take pills too. Yeah. I have to tell you, I go to business school, and the oh, that was cool, by the way. Did you see that experimental pill only has positives when you're Cain? I thought it would still have a negative. But someone said, I gotta tell you, I go to finance school, and all the finance talk has got me pogged. That's why I do it. It's for all the little arbitrage maniacs out there. And that people keep, you know, they, NL, stop, I'm gonna beat you up, I'm gonna take your lunch money if you talk about, you know, beta anymore. And I'm like, you can't stop me. I'm doing it for the love of the game, man. People have got to know about the 5 factors that account for pricing differences in stocks and efficient capital markets. And they're like, I hate you. And I'm like, I know. I've seen your tweets. I don't know, man. Finance guys are freaks. Wait, what do you mean, though? You mean like, you know, we're the freaks of the industry. And if you see me backstage, be prepared to G. You know that song, by the way? Hold on. Freaks of the Industry. It's by Digital Underground. My manager, publicist, and personal friend, David Miyazaki, anytime I'm around him, he's always like, check this song out, okay? So it's a song that live narrates intercourse, right? I don't know, I shouldn't even read this stuff, but there's some of it gets me so good. Like, okay. I'm just like, if you look at the lyrics, they're literally like 1,000 words long. Okay, here it is. You're lying on your back with your head on the edge of the bed. The booty's 2 feet from your head. Should you A, take the time to find a prophylactic? B, you walk right over and you pound them? C, tell her that you want your love? Well, the answer is D, all of the above. So you're freaking. The furniture's squeaking. She's tweaking, saying that she's weak in the knees. Cheek to cheek and pound for pound, you're taxing it and waxing it and working it around till the booty starts making that clapping sound, which is cool, but your friends are chilling in the other room. The clapping's getting louder. You don't want them to clown you. In this situation, what do? A, you plain and simply back up off her. B, you hit it just a little bit softer. Okay, I'm not gonna say what C is, but D is what I do. So yo, listen up. I put a towel on the floor by the 2-inch gap under the door. Now they can't hear me anymore. Anyway, I would highly recommend it. You ever have that situation where you're tweaking and freaking and waxing it around, but then the booty starts making that clapping sound and you're worried that your friends in the other room are gonna laugh at you for having such wacky sounding intercourse? Well, it's very simple. All you do is you get that towel by the door and shove it in the 2-inch gap. It's that simple. Hello, oh, Dan. Dan, you had a little overtime today, huh? How was the Eddie? Ed, and Eddie? You picked a great time for the raid, by the way. Because, I mean, quite frankly, you just missed some extremely little brother commentary. Possibly the most little brother commentary I've ever done. At least in 2021. But I didn't invent it. It's just from a song, man. Can't be little brother if it's from a song. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. It's like, for one, you know, what kind of house does this guy live in where he's got a 2-inch gap under his bedroom door? Like, that seems too large. And how big is 2 inches? It's like that? That's crazy. You could like crawl under that thing, man. Don't even get... I was thinking about the Blade review the other day. If you're not familiar, okay, so there's this website called Ain't It Cool News. I'm not gonna read it. It's so bad, but like... So this movie, you know, Blade, about the vampire hunter, it stars Wesley Snipes, came out. Later, Blade 2 came out, and Ain't It Cool News and their flagship reviewer, Harry Knowles, got to watch it at the premiere, I think. And the language he uses to describe Blade 2 is just so laden with unnecessarily specific horny imagery about how, like, you know, is that, and then Guillermo starts working his tongue on your you-know-what, getting you, like, so close to the edge you're about to burst, and then he says, no, not yet. And then the club scene, and you're like, what are you doing? It's Blade 2, man. It's not like the whole movie is like his fever dream about getting eaten out by Guillermo del Toro. He does say he backs off like 10 times. He gets the audience right to the edge, and then he backs off. It's terrible, man. It's like... People are getting like their heads exploded in the movie and stuff like that, I'm sure, but nothing in the movie will ever be as offensive as the review. Please do not... Mods, don't ban them, but do not post the text from the review in chat. I hate it. This is Isaac After Dark, despite it being bright outside, but Justin was also telling me, he was like, he really likes Kevin Smith, except Kevin Smith has like one tweet that like drives him insane with how bad it is. And then I had to Google, and like, it's so easy, right? I just Googled Kevin Smith terrible tweet, and then it's like a tweet from 2011 or something that was like, can't believe I've been married to this hot piece of A-word for 10 years. Her pink, her brown, and her taint still pee on my dick. And I'm like, it's so taint, that's taint and brown area. Yeah, it's like, it's so bad, man. It's like, why would you, come on. Why would you even think that in those words, but then also like write it, and then after writing it be like, yeah, this needs to be sent. But then also there's like a secondary layer where he was like, hey, just so you know, like we were just having a laugh, like my wife won a bet to make me tweet the worst thing we could possibly come up with. And then I don't believe it. And I'll tell you why I don't believe it, is because that sounds like something he would write for his movies. You know, like I watched Mallrats recently, and I'm like, that sounds like something out of Mallrats. You're telling me you couldn't see that? You couldn't see Jason Mewes being like, her taint in her brown area. Do the schmovie movie on my you-know-what. I could totally, like, it sounds like Kevin Smith. So what I think happened is that he thought it would be funny and made the tweet, and then people were like, gross, and he was like, oh yeah, it was a bit. And I'm like, yo, David, hello. Plus, he did write a glowing review of Star Wars Episode 1 as an adult, which just calls all of his future judgment into question. I heard the freaks of the industry bit. You know what it is? Good artists borrow, great artists steal. I heard it from a friend of mine. Like, it's just a horrible tweet though, man. Like, it's insanely bad. I'm 37 and I love Episode 1. All right, look. You're a civilian. You're not held to the same standard as Kevin Smith, okay? Kevin Smith works in film. This is like a doctor being like, I'm a doctor and I think smoking is good for you, right? Like, if you're like a roofer and you're like, I think smoking's good for you, like, I mean, obviously I disagree, but at least you don't work in the business, right? I'm saying I disagree. Fool card? Yeah. Can of corn. Can of bub, and I'll be all right. Tell me where the tinted skull is. Take pills? You know, it's a good point. It's a good point. Yeah, Jason Mewes, I know he streams on Twitch now, because I saw him stream with Apollo. Room before boss. Okay, thank you. And I was like, I wonder if Apollo has told him that he hasn't ever seen a movie. Not like just any of his movies, but any movies in general. I wonder. Pills? Okay. Okay, room before the boss. Tinted Skull? It hasn't come up. Fair enough. He wouldn't believe it. You haven't seen any schmoovy movies, my dude? He comes. You gotta fill that Blu-ray slot with the DVD, my man. I don't know. I haven't seen enough to do an ad hoc on the fly impression. I don't know why my brain is like so fried. I'm like, what am I doing? And then I'm like, oh, just pick up any item. Like literally, it doesn't matter. You're gonna steamroll the rest of the run, and then we're gonna do a beautiful run as Tinted Cain. Yoink. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude to Jason Mewes. It's just the View Askew universe, the View-iverse Askew universe. it's never really appealed to me. I saw Clerks 2, and I was like, that's kind of funny. And then I saw Clerks 1, and I was like, that's pretty good. And then every other Kevin Smith movie I've ever seen... Oh, no, that's not true. When I saw Dogma, I was like, that's pretty good. But every other Kevin Smith movie, I've been like, I'm not worried about Yara. I think Full Health is more valuable here. That's true. I did hear Chasing Amy was good, too. I've seen Red State. I wasn't impressed. I saw Mallrats. It basically turned me into Tipper Gore. I was like, this movie shouldn't exist. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I mean, I don't know. Nobody's going to be happy with what I'm about to say. Like, I saw it when I was like 12, and I was like, this movie's too juvenile for me. If you like it, you like it. I'm not trying to, like, you know, police your fun. I'm just like... I will say, though, if you gave me the choice between the average Adam Sandler movie, between... Let me just see what this is. Ancient Recall. Between 2008 and 2020, and any Kevin Smith movie, I would definitely watch the Kevin Smith movie. 100%. Help. Come on, man. How are you supposed to dodge that? Dan, did you ask Ed? Did you ask him? I have one specific question. It's how are you supposed to dodge that? It hurts. No, it doesn't. All right. Agree to disagree. Would you rather watch 2001: A Space Odyssey or a Kevin Smith movie? I would rather watch only 2001: A Space Odyssey, for sure. But it's my psychological problems are well known. I take myself too seriously, and I don't have the intellect to back it up. It leaves me in this awkward position where I'm like, I'm too smart for this movie, and then I try to watch like a smart movie, and I'm like, this is boring. You know, that's why I just end up watching Austin Powers over and over again. Wow. Great stuff. Goldmember or an Adam Sandler movie? I would rather watch an Adam Sandler movie I've never seen than Goldmember again. Goldmember is offensively unfunny. I can't believe that Goldmember is not considered... It's not as bad as The Love Guru, but I am a little surprised that Goldmember, most people are like, it's kind of funny, when Goldmember is genuinely just a notch above The Love Guru. The Love Guru is truly like an affront to, I mean, just about anything you could think of. Filmmaking, comedy, all of Mike Myers' earlier work. It's like it's offensive and also not funny at all. So you're like, well, why are you? What was the point of all the offense? It's horrible. Something is wrong with me because I really like the Love Guru. Did you like the part where one of the hockey players hits Vern Troyer with a hockey stick, and then he slides down the ice and ends up going into the net, and then the goal horn goes off? Yes, I did. Okay, well then, you know what? Fair enough. Funniest thing I ever saw. Honestly, that's my favorite part. Okay, fair enough. I love the look of it, the smell of it. Unfortunately, I lost my wedding tackle in an unfortunate smelting accident. How are you so good at this game? It's honestly like the nicest thing anyone said in here all day. Look at that. You can't pull that Jimmy Fallon-esque stuff here. You see, that wasn't even auto mod. That Origin got that in like, that was so fast. Oh my god. I didn't think that was, I thought that was algorithmic. It was like pre-typed or something. That's crazy. Oh, okay, Nightbot got it, and then you hit him with the ban. Okay, fair enough. Still though, that mods are on X Games mode, dude. I haven't seen Don't Mess with the Zohan, but I will cop to something. I saw the trailer for Don't Mess with the Zohan. I think it aired in front of Iron Man in theaters, and I laughed at the trailer. So that's as much as I'm willing to cop to. I was 20 years old at the time, so it was a while ago, but still. Pog. Master of Disguise, also pretty bad. Also extremely bad. Like, I don't know if this is true, but I heard, and this is something, you gotta be very careful about this stuff, because I want it to be true so badly that I don't subject it to the level of academic skepticism that I should. But I heard that the news of the events of September 11th was broken to the cast and crew of the Master of Disguise on the day that Dana Carvey was dressed up in the turtle suit, and they did like a moment of silence with him dressed up in the turtle suit, which is not funny for obvious reasons, but for other obvious reasons, namely that it's a very solemn, somber moment, but he's dressed as a turtle, is possibly the funniest moment that's ever happened on planet Earth. I mean, like, can you just imagine him, like, bowing his head, you know, like, with the turtle outfit on? Now for a moment of silence. I mean, it's just like, it's just a very funny juxtaposition. Yo, Mercy, what up? Anytime, I'm always happy to see when we got another streamer in the chat. I don't mean to make you feel bad, chat, but like one partnered streamer with a check mark on display, it's like, is worth 750 chatters right there. but only 10 mods. We're in. I saw Fast 5 in theaters. How old am I? I don't know the answer to that question, but I have an anecdote to spin off of it that I apologize because I've told it several times. But when I worked in Korea, that's when, I think it was Fast 5. That's when Fast 5 came out. One of my coworkers saw it in theaters, and I said, "How was it?" Let's go. Mission accomplished. And she said it was pretty good, but Vin Diesel got fat. And then I looked up, because I was like, well, I guess he's getting a little older. I looked up a photo afterwards of Fast 5, and he's actually got like 4% body fat and 30-inch biceps. She had no idea what she was talking about. I was offended on Vin Diesel's behalf. He's like one of the actors in Hollywood who's probably like in the best shape. She was like, yeah, I don't know, he got a little fat. It's like, geez, lady, there's, you know, there's no hope for the rest of us. If Vin Diesel's fat. Okay, saved. A girl I knew said that Chris Hemsworth had an average male body type. Okay, maybe Marvel movies are bad. By the way, we're going to die, but we might get to enjoy some of life before it happens. Yeah, no kidding, right? Tough crowd. Is he cute? Ah, he's okay. He looks like Thor. Be dead. Saved? Saved? Not saved. What the? Mutually assured destruction. Okay, but that's good though. It doesn't matter. We unlocked the character, which is what we were looking for in the first place.